welcome to Phoenix Unicorns. This is your host, Paulina. Welcome. We are on episode three, thrice, third's the charm. Oops. Um, so today I have so much to talk about. Um, a lot of fun stuff. We are going to do something which is I'm going to rank some items. So hopefully, as you guys stay for that. But let's go ahead and get started today with the listeners' comments. I'm sorry. And we had comments from our listeners that were excited that we had more podcasts available again. Thank you. And then I had somebody named Lale, and they had said that when they were listening to the podcast, they um, they felt like they were kind of involved, wanting to help me with figuring out words that I'm trying to say. So I'm glad that this is an interactive podcast for some of you guys. Cool beans, warm nuts. Okay, thank you. You guys, I really appreciate any commentary that you guys have. So please don't hesitate to let me know, how do you think the podcast is going? Any suggestions, things you like, things you think that would be fun to listen to while you listen to the podcast. You can have me while you are doing stuff around the house or at work or driving. Whoa, watch out! Just kidding. Hopefully, you guys didn't crash. But yeah, you guys, please do let me know what you guys think about the podcast. So, today, I was happily working in my computer at work. And yeah, honey. And I get, like I said before, I get news alerts on my work computer. I think it's through Microsoft, but some of the stuff that it picks, it knows where to hurt me. No, I'm just kidding. It knows what topics to pick for it to engage my attention, which I don't know how the work computer knows that I like Hogwarts and Harry Potter. Maybe it listened to me. I'm not sure. But I was happily working when all of a sudden I see like this big thing on the news saying that, oh no, the Harry Potter castle goes up in flames. No, it was something like Russia missile attack as Ukraine's Harry Potter castle goes up in flames. And then in my mind, I was like, oh my gosh, like, it's not like I was going to go, but I was like, I'm never going to get to see the original Harry Potter castle because now it's burnt to the ground. And I was really upset while I was working. And so I wrote a little post it on my plan. I wrote on a post it and put in my planner that I wanted to talk about this during the podcast. And I wanted to look into it a little bit more. I did. And the news is actually that there is a historic building that the people of Ukraine call the Harry Potter Castle. I'm doing air quotations. And that I think the prime minister lives there, and 30 people were injured, and there was kids and pregnant people, and I believe 2 people passed away, which is very, very unfortunate. Um, that this stuff is still going on with Russia and Ukraine. It's a really sad time right now where we have all these advancements and we have all this history where you would have thought we've already learned from our past experiences that we need to leave certain hate and want for domination to the side, you know. Um, Even with the Israel and Palestine, like it's just really sad and unfortunate that there's people that are going through this, and it hurts me so much to even think that, you know, that can happen. Like if the world continues to be like that, that maybe it could happen to my own son, and that just makes me so sad, because that's the last thing that I would want for him to see in this world, is be so accustomed to so many wars left and right, and humanity kind of lacking, you know. The lack of delegation and communication uh, is really, really unfortunate. And I wish, and my thoughts are with all the people that are just stuck in that situation, that you can't get out. You're trying to take care of your family, your kids, your pets, your loved ones, and you are kind of helpless. Um, I feel, I'm sorry, and I wish that the world could be a better place for everybody in it. But yeah, it wasn't the Harry Potter castle. Uh, so, by the way, news, calm the heck down. Stop trying to traumatize us um, with those headlines. Pretty much, that's what I was trying to say. But yeah, that's one thing I want to bring up. And then, as I was looking into this news, I saw that apparently Mike Tyson and I think it's Jake Paul, RuPaul, the YouTuber. Let me see. Oh, I think Paul. It is Jake Paul, the Jake Paul YouTuber. I think he was a Nickelodeon or Disney, and then he just got really cocky on YouTube, and he then decided that he was going to be a boxer, and I think he fought Merriweather. Not sure how good he did, but now he's going to fight Mike Tyson. And from what I've been reading, it seems that Mike Tyson can just like destroy you with one swipe. And there seems to be some modified rules that they're trying to uh, accommodate there, just also for Jake Paul's safety. I think they're going to be using heavier gloves that are more padded, um, which I think I had heard that certain places weren't allowed to be hit, and then that they're going to have like a celebrity judges. It's not going to be like the standard judging system. So it's a money grab. It's going to be a show. Pretty sure Mike Tyson is the one that bites ears, and I think he has a lisp too, right? So who knows if he's going to get hungry when he's fighting and he's going to want to snack. But that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know how he's not pooping his pants. I would have been not much of a fighter here, but yeah, that happened in this soon to be in news, and I believe the fight is going to be on July 20th. So that's around my birthday, and it's going to be in Texas. So yeah, that's that in interesting news of the week. And then something so frustrating happened. Okay, so I noticed last time that I spoke about McDonald's getting rid of their 20% coupon on the app. They brought it back. So I don't know if that had any influence with me, but I like to tell myself in my mind that I'm such an influencer that it did make a difference. And now, once again, I have my 20% coupon when I spend over 15, I think. I think so. Yeah. Well, let's see if my influence works this time around. But Netflix is doing that thing again where it's limiting where you're connecting on Netflix. And I go back and forth between two houses. I do not want to spend on Netflix two times. I should be able to have Netflix at this house and Netflix on the other house, right? You would have thought, because it's just for me to enjoy TV while I'm at these two locations. Well, apparently they are trying to uh buckle down, buckle up, buckle down, trap down. They're trying to stop people from sharing their password to multiple people. But I don't think they're doing it the right way, because I want to be at two locations and I can't watch my Netflix, and it's annoying and frustrating, and I don't like that. So Netflix, please fix that, because you should allow people to have two houses and one account, because some people aren't in their house all the time. They might be at two different locations. So Netflix, can you please fix that? And I misspelled next Netflix and I put Netflix like cornflakes. So yeah, that's that. That was my rant. Um, so now let's and go with our next sponsor. And who is our next sponsor? Once again, it is Prima Donita Designs. Who is Prima Donita Designs? Well, that's me. And what do? I create amazing digital art that it is minimalistic. It is outline art. It is also silhouette art, like in the theme parks, like at Disneyland. I make those too. We can make those digital. We can also print those out, put them in a frame. Um, Not only are we creating memories with this kind of artistic art, but you could make it match your aesthetic. Some people have a certain color aesthetic palette that they like, and they want to have it in their room or give it as a present. We could work with that. Just go ahead and message me if you are interested. The fee is pretty affordable. It's five per person in each image. So let me know if you are interested. It's actually $10 for one person, and then $5 after each person after that. And we also convert in physical pictures into um, digital scanning, like image JPEGs or PNGs, so that if you have pictures at home that you want to save on your computer, we could go ahead and do that. So let me know if you're interested in that. You can go ahead and find me on Instagram, Prima, Prima Donita, Donita Designs, DESIGNS. Prima Donita Designs, thank you so much for sponsoring the programming for today. And I know, honey, today we have a very fun thing. So I found out that Cold Stone is bringing back Choco Taco. And if you were around in the 90s and you are very familiar with the ice cream trucks from back in the day, we used to have Choco Taco. It was like a thin waffle material, like size of a tortilla. And inside it had ice cream. And then it was folded and have like a taco, right? And then the edge that was open was dipped in chocolate and I want to say nuts or like crunchy stuff. I think it was nuts, like very lightly. And it was pretty good. And usually that one went for $1.50 or $1.75. FYI, my family used to own ice cream trucks, and I grew up within the family business of selling ice cream and doing all the calculations. Sometimes I would even get tips from adults because I worked so hard and they were super awesome. They'll give me like $1 or $5. I know they're giving me larger amounts, but I was a cute kid and I used to lay on the ground while my mom was driving and just like lay there because it was too hot. Or if she wasn't moving, I would lay on top of the refrigerator and just lay there because my eczema would be flared up. And my mom later put like a little TV, like a car TV, and I would watch Rugrats and all my cartoons, PBS, while I was working with my mom. So to me, I thought it would be super fun to rank the top 10 ice creams from the 90s, that the ones that I think were the top 10 and that I would still eat now and be like, dude, these are bomb. So, in honor of the Choco Taco, let's go on and figure out what is my top 10. So, on 10th place, I had to pick the most iconic from the 90s that any kid could get because it was 25 cents. And that was the big stick. In my mom's ice cream truck, they were 25 cents. And it was the size of like 10 inches or maybe even a foot. I don't know. It was no 10 inches. Uh, and it was 10 inches or so, and it was kind of thick. And they had the red with orange, which was delicious. And then they had the green one, and sometimes there was a time they had the yellow one. Depending on what you were craving, if it's a really hot day, I would want the green or yellow one. And it was like a normal day, and my mom wasn't letting me eat the expensive ice cream, I would probably do the red one. I don't know what flavor the red and orange were. Maybe like something pineapple? Not sure. But that one was delicious, and all the kids in the elementary schools would come with their little quarter, and it would be such an easy buy. So, because that ice cream never disappointed with it being affordable and it had a really good taste for 25 cents. That would be the big stick. Then, on number 9, I would rank the snow cone. Now, bear with me. It's a hot summer day. And the snow cone, it's frozen hard. Like the top is hard and the cone is hard. Like it's been frozen hard because it's been like that for weeks probably. So the fun part was that you grab the snow cone, you turn it back face down, still in the bag, and then you slam it on the floor to loosen it up so that you can flip it over, and then it's broken down like a shaved ice. And to me, that was fun to do. It was getting a snow cone. It was, I think, 65 cents. So for me, it was iconic. Not iconic, but it was such a memorable moment when you would have to, just smack the heck out of it. And then you would be able to eat it all nice and shred it. And then not shred it, but like shaved. And then as it melted, you would get more of the flavor that they put on the cone. Because at first it's so frozen, you don't get much of a flavor. Afterwards, you kind of start getting the flavor. So that's why I picked for number 9, the snow cone. Then number 8, which is Las Caras ice cream. These are the faces ice cream, the ice creams that are just the faces, the character faces. Usually those are $1. When gas prices went up, they went up to $1.25. And these, my favorite was the Sonic. Sonic had such a refreshing flavor that I wouldn't mind right now getting my lips all blue looking and crazy looking just to have a Sonic ice cream. It's refreshing. I think it's like cherry or something like that. And I don't mind the bubblegum ice. I heard that some of the ice creams no longer have bubblegum ice because kids kept on choking on them. Um, but hopefully not. That was kind of iconic, kind of like biting that hard gum and getting that sugar for like 10 seconds and then spitting it out. So yeah, for the memories, number 8 is Sonic the Hedgehog ice cream face. And then number 7, it would be the half and half bar. The half and half bar was on the outside, it was like an orange flavored, and in the inside was like a cream vanilla. So it was like what do you call it? A black cow. It's what do you call that thing that it's like soda and ice cream? Oh, it's like a root beer float, but it's like a orange soda float. Pretty much, that's what a half and half bar is, and it was delicious, refreshing for the summer when you want an ice cream that's refreshing on the outside, but then you kind of want like the good flavor, something milky. That one was pretty bomb. Not too big, not too small. I think that one was maybe 75 cents, 65, 75 cents. Maybe, no, 50 cents. That was the half and half bar was, I think, 50 cents. Number 6 is a delicious ice cream. The strawberry shortcake. It's like eating cake, ice cream cake, pretty much. It crumbles, and it had a brother, which was the oh, I forgot what it's called, but it's like in the inside it was vanilla and strawberry, and then it has like breaded crumbs of vanilla, I think, and strawberry. But there was a chocolate version of it. The chocolate version was pretty good, but the strawberry shortcake was iconic, delicious, um, melts in your mouth. It's amazing. Kind of, as an adult, I would still eat it, you know? I wouldn't feel too childish eating it. So, highly recommend a strawberry shortcake at rank number 6. And then number 5, many of you guys may not even remember it, but it's the Fudge Superstar. Now, bear with me. It was a big ice cream bar. It's like the size of maybe like size 3 in kids, or like the size of your palm if you have small palms like me. And the bottom was chocolate, the middle was banana flavored, and the top was chocolate. And it was delicious. Oh my goodness. It would hit the spot. Not for every single day. It wouldn't be my weekly choice. It would be one of those days that you're like, "Oh, I just want something different." That banana hits hard. It's so good with the chocolate. And it melts and it's all milky, and then you're like trying to figure out like, "Oh my gosh, it's melting. Like, what do I do?" So oh, I miss it. Do they still make it? I'm not sure. We've been out of the ice cream business for quite a bit. But I would eat one of those, you know, in a heartbeat if I still saw it right now. And then number 4 is, at that time I didn't think much of the ice cream I put at number 4, but now that it doesn't exist, I crave it so badly. I can feel the I can feel it in my mouth just remembering what it is. It was the Mouseketeer bar. It was like a Mickey Mouse bar. So it was like a vanilla face of Mickey, and then the ear part was dipped in chocolate. But but it, when you bit it, it just had like this really good consistency. Like it wasn't watery milk, and the chocolate was thick enough to just have a little crack, kind of like magnum. You know how it's kind of thick. The chocolate was so good, and you would just, and it was super simple. Like that ice cream was super simple, but I would give anything to try one of the Mickey Mouse bars. They were so simple, basic, and just really good. And that crack with the chocolate was amazing. Um, so that was my number 4 pick. Number 3 was one that I would always try to get. But it was one of our expensive ice creams. This one was like $2 or $1.75, and it was a snowstorm. And it's a cup with pretty much, it's like Oreo ice cream. It's like vanilla and Oreo in there and all swirled in a cup. And then you get the little stick spoon, which I do not like the texture. It's kind of gross. It feels weird. Um, it had that texture, and it was really good. I liked it. Whenever I can get away with eating it, um, I would eat it. But I think now as an adult, I can get something similar at McDonald's, and I feel like it's more fresh. So I would actually go for the McDonald's one. But back in the day when I wasn't allowed to eat at McDonald's, that cup hit the spot pretty good. And I know my son, if we see the ice cream truck lady here, he will ask for that cup. He likes the cup ice creams. I'm not a fan of the cup ice creams because I feel it takes too long to eat. But my son gets distracted when he's eating ice cream. So for him, it works out pretty well. And then number 2 is actually an ice cream that I became a really big fan because I miss going to Disneyland. And this is the chip galore. And it's like a cookie with vanilla, and then a cookie, and the middle vanilla also has chocolate chips. And Disneyland has a version of that, but it's like hard. Like every time I get it at Disneyland, you take a bite and it's super hard. So you kind of have to put it underneath your armpit so that, it gets kind of cold, and then you can eat it. I mean, it gets kind of warm, but then it's hot, so it feels good. But so you can eat it, right? But the ice cream trucks now have that ice cream, and it's a smaller version than what I remember. I remember it was bigger, but mm, mm, mm. That chip galore is delicious. It hits the spot. The cookie, the way it crumbles with the vanilla and the chocolate chips that crunch. It's an expensive ice cream. I'll say that. I think it's usually now 150, 175, maybe 2. um that one's a good ice cream. And then drum roll, the number 1 ice cream that I would rate, which my mom never sold, and I always wanted her to sell it. But she said no, nobody really ordered it. But my aunt used to sell it, and I would always try and see if she can please let me have one because I really, really liked it. And that was the Mississippi Mud. The Mississippi Mud was a chocolate sandwich ice cream. So the cookie on the outside was chocolate. The inside ice cream was chocolate, and I think it had little nuts in the middle. It had something crunchy inside, and you would just bite it, and it's like chocolate with chocolate and a crunch and chocolate. And then sometimes what I would do is I would peel the chocolate, the top chocolate, and I would eat that layer, no? So I would, so it's like it gets stuck in your teeth. And then I would kind of like lick bite the ice cream off of it. So I would eat the middle, kind of like an Oreo. And then I would be stuck with the bottom layer of of cookie, and not cookie. I'm not calling cookie. I'm saying a cookie ice cream. And then I would eat the bottom, and then it would be stuck in my fingers, and then I would have to use my teeth to kind of scrape off the Mississippi mud bread from my fingers, and it was delicious. I would still crave that now. Oh my god, a Mississippi mud. Highly recommend if you can have one. Um, I don't think it's too much chocolate. It doesn't feel heavy, so highly recommend. Now, I do want to with. I want to move on to some honorable mentions because I think these were still bomb, but they didn't make it in my top 10. One of them was the Mexican ice cream, uh, which they were like ice cream bars that were like mango, limon, coconut, uh, cucumber with chile, chamoy, strawberry and cream, strawberry and water, watermelon with water, nuez. I think it's walnut. All those Mexican ice creams in the summer, they were so refreshing, so refreshing. The other one that maybe you guys might not remember, it's the Flintstone Push Pop. And it was like a toilet paper roll. They had ice cream inside and then a base at the bottom that you would push up, and you would push the ice cream upward, and then you would just lick it, lick it, lick it. And then you push it, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it. And then you would play with the plastic. I don't know what we used to do with the plastic, but we used to play with it for a little bit. So that one's an honorable mention. And there's another mention that people may not remember, which is the Disney character pops. And those were like simple water flavored ice cream pops, which was Donald Duck was orange, Goofy was purple, Mickey, and then we had Minnie. I think Minnie was red. Yeah, I think it was those four. And they were just a very refreshing pop. The figures look exactly what they were supposed to look, from head to toe. And it was an alternative than buying a super pop. It was smaller. So usually they would buy those for the little kids, and they cost more than 25 cents, but they were really good. And then another honorable mention would be the cotton candle. Whoa, cotton candy, and the bubblegum bar. And they were kind of swirly. Those usually were like 50 cents. And alongside with that was a fudge bar for 50 cents too. Those are just super basic, 50 cents. Won't be disappointed. And another one that you would never be disappointed is what is it called? The cone, the drumstick, you guys. I didn't eat it that much when I was younger, but now as an adult, I've seen the caramel version, the stuffed version of it, and it's pretty bomb. And you get a whole bunch in a box. So I like those now, not so much in the past. So those have been my recommendations, my top 10 for the best ice cream from the ice cream truck back in the 90s from myself, a pro in an ice cream connoisseur who learned to drive in an ice cream truck and learned to do math in an ice cream truck and started working as a kid with child labor in the ice cream truck. Me. So yeah, that's pretty much it with my top 10. And then, what is it? What other adventures are we going to get into soon? Well, I know last week I went to the swap meet and it was so funny. because I went with a friend who hasn't gone to the swap meet in such a long time. She said, oof, many, many years. And we went to the one in Spring Valley, which I love because one, snacks. Two, they have a lot of the soccer jerseys that my son likes for an affordable price. And then three, they sell rocks. So, what more could anybody want, right? And I was due to go because my son has been dying to go back. And then I invited my best friend, and we were there. And the rock guy didn't have a lot of options, and I was kind of bummed because I've been talking about my rock guy for such a long time that he has amazing rocks, and usually he'll have like cool necklaces and just awesome displays of like to put your jewelry and just cute stuff. But this time around he didn't have much, and I was like, oh man, like I'm so bummed. I really wish that this would have been an awesome experience for her. I know it was an awesome experience for me when I started going and finding rocks with him, well, buying rocks from him. And then my mom has a lot of fun looking at his stuff too, and she's not much of a rock person. Usually I could stay there for like 30 minutes and just look at all the bracelets and have him make me a bracelet and look at the pendants, and it's usually fun, right? Then we got to check out all the soccer shirts and um I thought we were going to get Joel a soccer shirt, and he didn't find his, but I found one that I've been dying to have, which it's the Mexican soccer team, the black shirt. I've been dying to have the black Mexican shirt, and I found it in my size, and I was so happy. I tried it on and I was like, oh, let me try it on. And I tried it and it fit, and I was like, this is meant to be. Do you guys have the matching jacket? Did not fit. Wasn't meant to be. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But I was so happy. So now Cinco de Mayo, I'm gonna wear my shirt too. Do I work? Hold on. Do we work on Cinco de Mayo? I don't work on Cinco de Mayo because it's a Sunday, but I'll wear it on Sunday just because I can, and I don't want to wear a dress. Oh, I should go to Old Town. Ooh. You know what? Maybe this Sunday I can go to Old Town. That would be fun. I need to check if they're doing anything for this Sunday at Old Town. And then I can wear my Mexican shirt and celebrate something that doesn't mean anything to the people in Mexico, but you know, it's already a very sad day for my family that day. So I need to keep on moving and doing stuff that makes me active and not dwell in sad stuff. Yes. So maybe I'll do that and keep myself doing something, just something that day instead of sadness. Anyways, oh shoot. Oh yeah, swap meet. And then we got to the part where I got to order my banana that has like the creamy stuff that's kind of very sweet, condensed milk. Platano male banana, platano macho. That's fried and it has that a whole bunch, and you just eat it like that. Delicious. And then Joel had Tosti Locos, and he just wanted the 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 peanuts. And what the hell did he order? Just the peanuts with it and the hot sauce. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm paying extra to have Tosti Locos, and you're just asking for a bag of chips and nuts. I had them in another cup, put all the other, good stuff that goes with Tosti Locos, and I had in a cup. And later on, Natalie ended up eating it. But it's always a waste when he orders Tosti Locos. Anyways, so after that, oh, Natalie ordered corn, Mexican corn in a cup. So That looked good. I wanted to. You see, but if I order that, then I can't eat my banana, and I really like my banana. Or their churros that they sell there. Should have ordered some to go, but they only took cash. And when we were leaving, I wanted to buy one more thing, and I didn't have cash, so that was a bummer. Um, we got to see all the fun like thingies where it's like the rocks and the incense and stuff, which I don't know what happened to my incense that I bought. I know I bought it and I don't know where it's at. I don't know what I did with it. I'm really bad with when I buy something and I put it somewhere, I and then I lose it all the time. Thank you, ADHD. You suck sometimes. Um so that happened. One of the funny parts that I felt really bad was when we all had to go to the restroom because this swap meet. Well, it's, the bathrooms are kind of like the stall doors are like kind of really high up, and it's kind of dirty and just kind of like torn down, but that swap meet's super old, and I think maybe it's I feel bad because I'm bringing people that, maybe aren't used to uh, it. And I'm telling them, oh, you should come to Zombie. And then I forget that the bathrooms are like, maybe not the most pleasant for people that aren't used to uh, that. So I kind of felt bad at the when they had to go to the restroom. I'm fine. Joelle's fine. But that's the only like thing about the Slummy. It was their bathrooms. And then I found my eyeliner lady that I like from the swap meet, which has that eyeliner that is very hard to remove when you're crying or you have allergies, which I have allergies all the time. And I rub my eyes, and this is the only eyeliner that doesn't give me an eye infection and does not come off when my allergies are like at its height. So we did that. And I think overall we had such a good time. My friend was able to find a Padre shirt for her husband. And those are nice shirts. Like if I liked baseball was I like baseball, but if I went to games, if I could afford going to games, I would have bought in one. But I think right now where I am in life, I think I am more engulfed with soccer because my son, his main goal in life is to go to soccer games and experience them. And um, I know when the Mexican players come here to San Diego, I believe a Memo Ochoa is coming and Hugo Sanchez. I want to wear my Mexican shirts and just kind of represent, and be like, hey, maybe wear like double layers so I can go like, woo, Mexico, like two shirts at once. Um, like maybe like the San Diego one and then underneath the Mexico one, kind of like flash them the Mexican shirt, that would be a lot of fun. Joel's used to that. Well, me just being random. He's fine with it. So, that was once again something fun to do. I honestly do recommend people to check out their local swap meet. Just be aware that the restrooms, may be struggling a little bit. Um, but that comes with the very low prices that, that are totally worth it. Um, the swap meet's a lot of fun, in my humble opinion. It's the closest we can get to Mexican tianguis, where you're, walking on the street and getting all your really affordable things that you need to get for every day or for your hobbies. Uh, I miss that. So swap meet, highly recommend. Uh, Old Town, highly recommend too. Just a chill place where you can probably grab a michelada and some nachos with carnitas on top and just sit and listen to music. I need to check if there's going to be any events for Cinco de Mayo because I wouldn't mind. I honestly wouldn't mind hitting up Old Town, going to the candy store at Old Town and overpaying for Laffy Taffy. Is it Laffy Taffy for taffy? Sweetwater taffy? Saltwater taffy? Those are good. Or their little chocolates that they have. Or checking out where they make the free tortilla. Well, you have to give them a tip, like $1 tip, and they'll give you a tortilla. Or the Mormon Battalion. That's always fun to check out. Uh, I like it. And you get a free picture at the end. There's so many things that you can try and do that may not break the bank, but the swap meet kind of breaks the bank for me because I have no self control when it comes to certain things at the swap meet. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much all for today's podcast. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed it. Thank you for listening to the thoughts in my mind while I express them in a very vocal way. If you guys want to continue and follow me along, we are on YouTube, we are on Spotify. If you want to get extra footage, you can feel free and follow us on Patreon. On Patreon for $5 a month, you can join our membership and you'll get like additional footage on there. It's the never before seen footage of just the other adventures that I'm getting into while I am becoming this phoenix unicorn of reinventing myself from the ashes. So there's that. And if you just want to kind of see, the random things that I'm posting, you can check me out on Instagram, Phoenix Unicorns Podcast. I am also on Facebook. And then don't forget, YouTube and Spotify is just Phoenix Unicorns. So I appreciate you guys listening. Please don't hesitate to leave any of your constructive criticism. I really appreciate it. It helps me grow. It makes me stronger. And let's see what we're going to get into next week. If you have any topics that you want me to get into, go ahead, leave it in the comments. I'll look into it and we'll get into it. We'll see where it takes us, okay? So that was today's podcast. Have a wonderful day. Bye.